All right, we are here. Hello, everybody. My name is WarDrums, and I will be running Street Boys, all stages and D+, more specifically. And if you're wondering what this game is, then I do not. I totally understand because this is a really weird game. First of all, I just want to quickly show you some of the amazing translations in this game. This is a budget Japanese game that was somehow, for some reason, ported to PAL. And if we go into the options and don't want to change anything because everything looks good, we just press cancel and it says don't set up. So that kind of is the baseline of the game's translations. But specifically, we're just gonna go ahead and go into to the actual game, and there is an NG Plus version or feature in this game where if you finish the game, you can play all of the stages again, and that's what we're gonna do here. So I think we're just gonna go into the first level. Here it says the only way to get in there is to get captured. Okay, take off a weapon, and then your options are quiet court or I won't go. Again, sets the baseline of the translation for this game. Time starts on quiet court, so I think we're just gonna start and say 3, 2, 1, go. And we are off. I will get into a little bit about the history of how this game was discovered in a bit, but first of all, yeah, we're this guy called Jin who is a tough-looking street boy, as you can all see. Gonna use this guard here to have this gate be a little bit optional. That's a thing we're gonna see a few times during this run, where we just use enemies to clip through doors that we would otherwise need like a key or something to open. And yeah, we're supposed to escape this discrimination office, as it's called. It's kind of like a youth prison, is what it's supposed to be. But yeah, we're just gonna go into the control panel, open up this door here, and then we are off. So we're actually gonna do the stage twice because there's two different endings. We can either go left or right at that junction there. We're gonna go to the harder boss first because we have our partner Ginji, but the only time we use him is for this specific boss. And for all bosses, basically, we want to try and avoid what we call a stare down, where they do like a kind of mean look at us. And the boss can do that either after 30 seconds, which is very rare we even get to that, or if they get below half health. But if we insta-kill them like we do there, I'll get into how that works a little bit. If we insta-kill them like that, we skip that, which is really nice. So yeah, we're gonna just switch partner to another one. We have 4 options. We're gonna switch to Mayuki. Real quick here, and we're gonna use her for all of the rest of the game, basically. So we're gonna just play the same stage again. So I'm just gonna go into real quick how we discovered us original Street Boys, how we discovered this game. So basically, during ESA 2018. A speedrun friend of mine, the Rixer, you might know him from like doing speedrun documentaries on YouTube, specifically for a lot of PlayStation games. He'd been like just on a bus ride going through his hometown and saw a sign in a bookstore that just said like used PS2 games, or used books, CDs, and PS2 games, among others. And he was like, "Oh, I need to check out what that is." And he went in and found 2 games. This was one of them. We played it at ESA 2018 and absolutely fell in love with it, mainly because of the weird translations, the in-game timer, and the absolutely like bananas amazing music that you have probably already heard. And all of the all of the stages have amazing banger music, except for like one. So yeah, that was the first stage again, and the first boss, so he died even faster. Next up we have Gurren Street, which we also gonna play twice because some of them they have different endings. And this one is probably the best soundtrack in the entire game. The songs, I'm just gonna let it play and you can enjoy it. It's so good. Oh, that's synth, man. That box jump is way harder than it looks. Alright. When you play this casually for the first time, you are level 1, as well as your partner's level 1, so you have like 3 or 4 health and do like no damage. So in order to actually make a new Game Plus file, you have to grind up to level 20 for both you and your partners, and you have to get this weapon that I'm holding here, the true wooden katana. Also, the biggest enemy in this game is by far the camera, which just judders all the way, all around. Really hard to control properly. And if you see me like stutter a little bit from left to right, it's because it's very hard as well to move in a straight line. Oh god. Because for some reason the developers were like, yo, dead zones on a controller, yeah, we don't want any of that. So it just, yeah, it's hard. And technically this is like the second stage of the game, and again we're gonna go to the harder boss first. I normally do that because the harder bosses are slightly more prone to not get the quick kill on, so it's just like have the more reset heavy boss first in a run. So that's just why I do that. It doesn't really matter, you just need to do all of the stages back to back. We are gonna end on the actual final boss because there's a really long cutscene and stuff afterwards. So it's just easier to end on him. This boss is it's coming up here. It's a little bit tricky, and I haven't actually. I've been having some trouble with him in practice. So let's see if we can get the what is called a stare down skip, the quick kill. And we did not get it, I don't think. No, we're not gonna get it here. No. So this is what is called a stare down, where we are gonna press buttons. Just press buttons, and it looks amazing, right? A little bit hilarious. But yeah, that's that guy. And then whenever you get those stare downs, you just lock in that animation for 15-20 seconds. And you obviously want to skip that if possible. But yeah, we're gonna go into that again and do the way easier boss. It's the same guy, just the first time you visit him or you meet him, which just means we get to hear more of the amazing music. So yeah, spam those cat chants in chat. It is too good. Yeah, these bosses are way harder than they look to get up on. Street Boys versus Pepsi Man, I would... I don't know if I would want to see that or if I really want to see that. But yeah, anyway, we found this at ESA 2018, and the next year, or after that, a bunch of us ordered the game online on like eBay and stuff, and started grinding ILs at home, individual levels. That was pretty decent. Camera again, really hard to control. And then at 2019 we did like a relay race 3 versus 3, which was a lot of fun. And on top of that, we also did a thing where people at the event could just come and try and get a basically free world record, 25 seconds, which was the shortest level, a fairly free world record at the time. And we wanted to try and see how many people we could have tied for a world record on the leaderboard. And I think we made it up to around 40-50 people. And then this guy called Cool Kid, you may have heard of, a like NAS runner. Oh my god, this is bad. Oh no! Oh, that is really bad. I should never get stared down this guy. Messed that up big time. Anyway, Cool Kid managed to find an optimization for that level to bring it down to 24 seconds instead of 25. Yeah, that just ruined everything. So now we have like a 18 people tie, 17 people I think tie for the 24 at the moment, which is still a good amount of people. Also, I should probably maybe have noticed there, I got knocked over, by the boss. And whenever you get knocked over in this game, you lose your weapon. And for most of the levels, it's not that big of a deal, but it is definitely very annoying when it happens. So now it is time for Bakuretsu High School. We gotta like knock over or basically kill a few guys that have some keys for the upper levels. This is the last time we're gonna do a so-called revisit. So we're gonna play the stage again twice. We're gonna take the longer one first because again, that's just what I do normally. It does have an in-game timer indeed, and that is probably why we were so hyped and really wanted to grind it. And it only goes to the second, so whenever you manage to knock off another second barrier, it is quite high. And all of the stages, more or less, are very optimized. There's maybe one or two that could get a second knocked off with the strat that we have now. So unless other strats for stages get found, they are very optimized. Way more than a game like this basically deserves, but it's really fun to run this game. And we poured in quite a few hours. So yeah, now we just we made it all the way up to the top. We grabbed the key, and now we're gonna head all the way back down to the first floor to enter the gymnasium, where a bunch of like just goons are gonna wait for us there. And we're actually not gonna hit them at all. We're gonna just use Mayuki to kill them because she has an amazing AoE attack that can hit a lot of guys at the same time. The first time you're here, when you play casually or any percent, you actually fight Mayuki after the goons, and then she joins your team afterwards. But since we already have her on our team, that's, yeah, you can't fight her again, basically. So here we're gonna use her, as I said, AoE attack. Hope she cooperates. Okay, that did not work. Let's try again. Come on, Mayuki. Okay, she is not cooperating at all. Guess we just gonna do this. Down below her health in the bottom right corner, she has, there we go, a special attack kind of meter. Okay, I cast it a little too early. And that's what triggers her AoE thing there. And sometimes she just doesn't want to do it. She just does the, okay, got all of them. That was a bad fight. How RNG heavy is this game? Not very RNG heavy at all, actually. There is sometimes where it is very finicky, the movement you have to do to set up things, so it can feel like RNG, but it's fairly consistent actually if you know what you're doing. So yeah, we're gonna re-enter and do the second route, which is a lot shorter. This is the 24, Fable 24 IL that we're gonna be doing here. I probably won't be going for the actual 24 because it is very tight. You have to do some very specific stuff, and if you miss it, it just costs a lot of time. Also, I already lost there because I jumped over the Molotov guys. Jumping in this game actually costs you time, so I'm just gonna do the old strat. It should be at 26, maybe 27, but I think 26. Yeah, 26. Very, very short stage there. All right, that was the last of the revisits. Now we go to hospital, which has some more of the door clips that I showed in the beginning of the run. We are gonna first off get rid of our sword. We don't need that at all. So sorry, Mayuki. Gonna run over here and then just pop. It's very easy. You have an enemy behind you, jump, do a neutral jump where you don't hold any directions and it just pops you through most of the times. We're gonna do a slightly different door skip here with these girls. They can also push you through with just a jump, but we're gonna do a different one where we actually grab her like this. Go up here, do like that, and boom, that also works. That one is way more consistent and is just used for RTA runs like this. ILs, it's too slow. We do a different strat there. And time for the last floor of the hospital. Gonna go grab a key in here real quick to open up the rooftop of the hospital. And over here we're gonna grab what is called the Fuck Monthly magazine, which gives us a full crash gauge down in the bottom left corner. I haven't talked about this because it hasn't come up, but that allows us to do a special attack. And if we partner up with our partner, we can do a huge AoE attack that does massive damage like this, and it's pretty epic. And it just takes out these goons. There. Now we're coming up to one of my favorite levels, although it is a lot of just running. I've spent a lot of time on it and tried to optimize it. I don't have the world record on the IL right now. I'm 1 second off. But it is a fun level, or I don't know. It's probably not fun for a lot of people. I like it. And it has some good music as well. Like basically all of the other stages. So yeah, this is just a lot of running on train tracks where you try to optimize movement. As you can see there, you can jump over that little flock of goons, but I like to run around. These motorbikes are really annoying. They knock you over if they hit you, so I just safely jump over to make sure I don't get knocked out and lose my sword, because we actually need that for some of the fights. Here again, we're going to do a jump kick, grab that to get a full hit max. So this boss is really annoying if you don't do exactly what you need to do. He can get kind of hairy and really annoying. And it took me quite a while to figure out how to actually deal with him fast and get a consistent stare down skip. Quick kill. And when I got it, I was like, oh my god, this is the best. I was so happy. So here we have actually 3 forced fights before we get to the boss. This is the first one, but just like a lot of the other doors, we're just gonna take this guy. Okay, come on, follow me. And nope, we don't do forced fights because we just cut through doors. Also, those gates have way too loud of the sound effects whenever you break them. It's kind of funny. Some more Molotov guys. These guys jump over. So this fight here, we actually can't clip through, so we're just gonna do like that and have Mayuki jump over, and that takes care of them. If we could clip through, that would be faster, but unfortunately those guys don't work like that. But the third one here we do clip through, and if you look at the very top of the screen when we clip through, there's a short message that says "in an elevator." Again, amazing translations. So it's a little bit weird camera here, which is gonna be running. The last little run for the boss fight. Again, in an elevator. So I'm gonna focus a little bit here on the boss fight, because you do need to be a little precise, and I'm gonna try and see if I can get it. You do 2 jump kicks and then a Kamehameha. Let's see if we can get it. Perfect. Okay, that could work. Nice. So yeah, that's the your special without your partner, and that was perfect. Actually perfect. And that's a pretty good IL time, 2:44. The world record is 2:32, 2:33, I think, around there. So that's pretty good, if I may say so myself. Oh. This is probably my least favorite level, just because so many things can go wrong really quickly. We gotta go up against a few of these black suited guys, those guys, and they can just like knock you over really quickly with a roundhouse kick, and that makes you lose your sword and makes the stage just a little bit harder. But again, we're just some of these forced bites, yeah, we don't care about them, so we go here, and oh, that's exactly what I talked about. Come on. Maybe? Okay, that works. Okay, we're gonna try. This is not really ideal. So here we have this guy that has a key for us. Okay, he is being annoying. That, I guess. And this guy we're gonna use to click through over here. No, come on, dude. Okay, might as well just. Oh. There we go. So we're gonna improvise a little bit here. Okay, he actually died, so we did manage to kill all of them. But yeah, ideally you have the sword can kill the guy with the key really fast, and then use the third guy to clip through the gate there. Also, for some reason there's just some random blocks around the game that has some amazing lag. I don't know if you noticed. If you walk straight right after that loading zone, the game just lags really hard. Okay, so this is gonna be a little dicey, because you need to kill all of these 3 here. Not too bad on NG+, I guess. Been grinding a lot of any% lately, because I ran it at ESA. Okay, we're gonna try and see if we can have a good boss fight here. We need Mayuki to deal 3 hits to one of the bosses, because there's actually 2 here. That's perfect. And we'll do this. Hopefully that kills both of them. Nice. That's good. Good boss fight at least. That saves me a ton of time over my PB, which is super nice. So we have only 2 stages left, Harbor and Sunshine Building. And yeah, again, amazing animations. Also, this is a banger soundtrack, as I mentioned earlier. The best song in the entire game, for sure. Trust me. Just listen to this. Oh, listen to those harbor noises like seagulls and cranes. It's just great. For some reason, they just couldn't be bothered actually making a song for this specific stage. It's kind of weird. Anyway, there's some goons here that can. All of these can basically just knock you over, especially the motorbike guys, but also the Molotov guys there. Then we have some platforming in Street Boys, and this is gonna look a lot easier than it actually. Didn't make it. But this is really hard. Trust me. And there's a reason I'm failing it right now. There we go. And like everything is just so floaty, and inputs doesn't really register at the time you want them to. It's a lot harder than it looks. Then we have a small little fight with some goons before the actual boss fight. And my lady's not doing her thing, and I got knocked over. Perfect, this is all going really well. Okay, just gonna grab one of their bats. We're gonna improvise things. When things go bad in this game, it goes kind of really bad because you lose all of the strategy that you otherwise would have had. The last one, yep. Okay, so here we have a rematch with Joe in a huge digger. And the only way we can really damage him is with these barrels. I'm gonna get that over there on purpose. Didn't work. Okay, so there's a stare down skip to him if he behaves and does exactly what you want him to do. But it's very finicky and very unreliable. So we're just gonna do a stare down, and that should then kill him there. Nice. It's decent. And time for the final level, which means we have about 5 minutes left of the run. Pretty good pace here. Don't think we're gonna PB, but gonna be close. So this is the, as I said, final level and also the longest level in the entire game. Gonna start off with a small little door clip with these guys here. Hopefully they will follow me all the way here. Very good. Goes to the stairs? No. For some reason, sometimes you can just clip into those stairs. It's really weird. But yeah, this is the final level, and it is very apparent that since this is a budget game, this was made in the last week of the game's development, and the publisher was like, "Yo, crunch time! We need this game out in a week. Finish up, goddammit!" Because this is a very tall building. Here on floor 2 it was kind of like a shopping area. Floor 3 is a arcade for some reason, with a lot of just reused assets over and over, a lot of the same machines next to each other. So they were just like copy paste, what makes it look like there's something here. And since there's 60 floors, they're like, okay, hurry up, we gotta just go to floor 10. What can we do here? Oh, I know, let's just make super long hallways with nothing in them. Okay, hallways are a little bit boring. Let's make, what can we put here? Storage on floor 10 for some reason with barrels and crates. Yeah, that'll make sense. Okay, but that is becoming a little bit repetitive. Let's get back to hallways, shall we? Just back to hallways. And oh yeah, floor 11, more hallways. Also, where do you think we're gonna go from here? Oh yeah, that's right, left. Anyway, yeah, as I said, this is a budget game. It was made as a part of the Japanese Simple 2000 series of games. It's volume 21, I believe. And the gimmick of that series is that every game could be bought for 2,000 yen. That's why it's called Simple 2000. Where 2,000 yen is a roughly $20. And yeah, they needed more levels, but let's just go to floor 50, I guess. And here it becomes kind of a maze, and there's no indication of where to go. So after a lot of exploration, we found out where to go. Casually, this level is a nightmare. So you go here to floor 52, and you can either choose to go to the left through that door and play a lot of levels with a lot of forced fights and goons that you have to kill, or just take the key and then head back and head up a different set of stairs and just skip them with an elevator ride. Again, great logic. So back to floor 50, to the Molotov guys. Okay, just a preemptive jump in case there was a Molotov that flew our way. Sometimes there is. Go back this way, or we haven't been here before, but yeah, we go this way. More hallways and elevator ride to floor 59. At least they changed up things a little bit here with some columns, nice red carpet, some black marble. And guess what's on floor 60? Yeah, that's right, an aquarium. Because logic. And this is the final boss. Time will be coming up soon. I'm gonna set up here. And there we go. Time coming up, and time. And that is a 2-second PB. Let's go. Actually did not expect that. That is amazing. Yeah. 30-21, 30-20 in my splits. That is very nice, and I'm very happy with that. I still have like 2 minutes to save on this one. I don't really play this category that much anymore, or haven't just in general. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the run, and that you will maybe potentially look up playing this game or something. I don't know. Yeah, I will be back either technically later tonight, depending on where you are, or in the morning with a different, also quite hilarious game called No Time to Explain Remastered, and hope to see you there. So I think that's all for me. I will send it back to